Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Barbecue Roundtable. I'm your host Jason Hardy with EliteBBQ Smokers. So tonight's a little bit different in a sense because we don't have a guest on tonight, so it's just me. Um, Everybody had good Christmas time, good New Year's. It's been kind of crazy since the last competition of the year. A lot of stuff's going on, a lot of stuff coming up this year. We're getting ready to do a competition this coming weekend. So I just kind of been here and talk just a few minutes, a little bit, and kind of tell you a little bit what's going on, kind of what's going to plan for the future. And got any questions or whatever, just let me know. We'll talk a little bit while we're here. But again, it's kind of just a conversation point. So the last conversation we had was about the GBC Team of the Year, and that was Mark with my Jane Barbecue. I want to say congratulations to him on that again because that was just awesome for that. But we've got the new competition series out there called SBC, and so the SBC. Oh man, I got a computer glitching here on something other. The SBC is the Southeastern Barbecue Championship. So if y'all that do not know that, that's basically what the old GBC was, but it's now expanded to cover a different area. Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, and Tennessee. Basically any state that touches Georgia. And one of the first contests going to be a new point series, going to be this weekend down in St. Augustine, the Jimmy Jam Barbecue Slam. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're leaving out. We'll try to leave Thursday, we'll probably leave Friday and head up there. So if anybody's in the area, come by and say, hey, stop by and see us and everything else. That'd be a lot of fun because we're going to start the New Year's off, the new barbecue season off with a good contest down there because I've heard great things about it. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody. Hadn't seen nobody, a bunch of people since the last competition. We done Atlanta Barbecue Classic down in Cummins, Georgia. And it was an awesome contest. Speaking of which, I know they were talking about it. I think they have a few more classes, spots left in the Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic. I might be wrong about that, but if not, check it out because that's really a great class. Good people teaching it, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. But the show, we haven't really had a show on here since I think it was right around Thanksgiving time. Everybody's doing stuff for the holidays and doing different things, so everybody's going 100 miles a minute, and we just wasn't able to get the show going there. The next couple of weeks, we'll hopefully be able to get something going on next week. But I know we'll get back in the full swing of the show on. Did you say the show? Yeah, SS Trio there. But Bushy over here. But so back in February, we'll get the show rolling. Barbecue Roundtable kind of getting back into full swing of things whenever hopefully everything works out. Doing a lot of stuff with the new job I've got right now. I've been for promotion, and so we're very busy on Tuesday nights, and hopefully it has to start settling down here after January. But it's been a lot of fun, enjoying it. So tell me what everybody cooked for Christmas. Anything y'all cook kind of barbecue? I know we all probably done pulled pork and brisket and stuff like that, but really curious if everybody done anything unique on that. It'd be kind of interesting conversation. But also, who all was going down to the Jimmy Jam Barbecue Slam this weekend in St. Augustine? Let me know in the comments who all's gonna be down there watching the show. And I do got a question for y'all. Buscio says doing hamburger helper. I'll tell you, if y'all are ever hanging around Buscio, Frank, Yes Dear, Smoke Central, and they doing the potluck stuff on Friday nights, it's a lot of fun. It's really good food out there. So come out there and hang out. I know everybody's welcome to be part of it. I don't know if we're doing anything down there, if they're doing anything down there at Jimmy Jam on Friday night or not. But let me know if I didn't bring anything with that. But he's got a hamburger helper. He's pretty good with that. Rib King, Jason, and Hardy. Bless us all. So, yeah. So one of the last shows, like I said, and there was a mark on there. And again, congratulations on being Team of the Year in GBC for last year. And these SBC, I do know that there's been a little bit of a technical issues with the new website, moving everything over from last time. So don't worry about it. If you want to sign up for the points, it can still count to where you can sign up after the contest. We're not going, because of issues, we're not going to say you had to sign up before the contest. This was going to be after the contest. And we'll hope to have it working here in the next week. But that is something that we're working on, and I appreciate all support on that. So if anybody's wants to be a member of that, it's something to look at the website. It'll be up here next week or so, and it'll definitely be able to give a good head start because we're gonna have some points chase going forward with that. And I think it's gonna be awesome just to have something in the Southeast where the teams compete around here in the Southeast can actually have a chance to run for the points in this little series. So I think it's gonna be good for barbecue, good for the people in the area. I hope it gets some more teams come out here competing. And that's the whole purpose of this is to get new people out there competing. Give something that we can all do and be competitive in and keep doing it. The other thing we kind of want to talk about tonight is kind of what do y'all want to have this show to be in the future? We kind of been toying with the idea of either sticking with the live streams, doing some live streams, or also maybe doing some pre-recorded shows and releasing those on Tuesday nights. Just with the schedule and everything, it's a lot of stuff going on every Tuesday night, which I love it, and I don't want to quit this. But I would like to know what y'all's thoughts were on kind of a pre-recorded show rather than just a live show. Um, Reach out to me if you leave comments here, it'd be great, or just send me a tag me on Facebook and just let me know what your thoughts is on that because that's something that we kind of toying with. Maybe just if nothing, if maybe do breaking up, maybe do a couple of live shows and a couple of pre-recorded shows, and just kind of mix things up a little bit. Hopefully, see how that works out because we're want to keep doing this, want to keep benefiting from it because I think this show really does a great job with helping people to see how people can get into barbecue and to show where all of us came from. And we all started cooking on the grill at the house and learn different things and progress back to get into competition barbecue, to get confident cooking at home. So, I mean, that's kind of what the focus of the show is being to show you that backstory. And so I want to keep doing that. And I've got some guests lined up here that we're going to hopefully have coming up here. There's going to really be some awesome guests with some awesome stories, backstories about how they got into barbecue and what things they've done and how barbecue's changed over the years. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think we're going to make it nice if you're busy. Maybe every other weekend. I think that's probably be something we're going to probably have to do because my new job, same company, but I am basically been going full blown sales now. And so with sales, a lot of this stuff is after work hours, doing some networking things. And that's kind of end of last year. It was a lot trying to get back here in time to do the shows and put the shows on. And I don't know that we were able to get everything we wanted to in place last year. And it was just kind of a lot of stuff going on with that. But it's definitely something we're looking at and going forward with that. Happy New Year's from Rockin' a Grilling Supplies. Hey, Happy New Year, man. So far, 2024 is going to be a rock star year. We're looking forward to it. And also kind of get a curiosity out here. How many competitions out here are y'all looking at doing this year? Give me an idea of kind of like, I think we're going to probably end up doing 10 to 12 contests. That's kind of what we're thinking about right now. And that's our goal. Last year was our goal, and we've done a whole lot more. So that's kind of what we're talking about right now. So hopefully we can kind of keep doing that. But I kind of like to know how many y'all going to do. And also, curiosity would be with the SBC, how's that going to affect the contest that y'all look at doing? Because we're really pushing this, the SBC, to go out there and to see what we can do to help grow local contests. And hopefully this points chase in these in the surrounding areas is going to help increase membership out there. But I'm really curious. Yeah, one a month will be a pretty good average. I'm kind of the same boat. 47. Hats off to you, Captain. That's a lot of competitions. But hey, I say this all the time. I love the people. I love the barbecue people. The barbecue people is a family out there that just is truly just amazing family. And that's what I miss about barbecue. I miss just hanging out with people and just being around the people, and it's what we do. But all those 8 personalities, we can't just go campground together. We got to go do something to compete against each other. So that's kind of what we do barbecue. 15 to 20. That's a good number there. I'll be in North Carolina bound more. Yeah, that's some good content in North Carolina. They got King of the Farm. I think that's the right one. That's coming at the end of February up there in the mountains, and that's a awesome contest here. So just sign up for that contest. I think they just posted like a week or so, blink about halfway full. Make sure you sign up for that one on there. 15, 20, yep. Got spaghetti with some smoked meatballs. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. I was thinking about doing a spaghetti for a YouTube video. I was looking at that baked spaghetti on the YouTube video. That was pretty cool. That's with a high school kid on the team. Man, 47 contests. You were going a lot, but hey, I'll say this: with the kid and the high school kids and stuff on a team like that, it creates relationships. And barbecue is not a lazy man sport, so that's an awesome thing. Keeps some work ethic going and stuff. Can't we just play marbles or something? Yeah, doing horseshoes, cornhole board or something. But we still enjoy it. 15-ish. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I know tailgater haters do a lot more of the SCBA stuff here. And somebody was asking about doing the SCBA. And I'll be honest with you, I love the SCBA. I love those small town contests. Absolutely, I love them. But man, overall impression and aroma scores just pull my hair out of my head. It's crazy. But I do love that contest. A dart team. There's a story behind this, y'all. And I think the story is they were coming back from American Royal 2 years ago, went to the hotel. And they were in a hotel over there, and we just got competition, whatever. And it was like a really high prize pot, and they were at a bar over here. And Jason Singletary found out that he can just sit there and play darts and win money for competition and fly with a little bag of darts instead of everything else. That's a funny story hearing him say that. Which contest? I lost train of thought there, Steve. Oh, King of the Farm up there in some North Carolina, but it's King of the Farm up there. It's a beautiful contest up there, and the cool weather right in February. I think 10 to 15 contests is kind of where I think we'll kind of probably end up at. We're putting it on there and we're kind of going down the list of which ones we want to do, and that's going to probably be where we're at with that. Woodwork and stuff here. Some stuff is changing, so hopefully we can do that. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Keener Farm, gotcha. Hey, Mr. Dean, good to have you on here. So like I said, this is just kind of a conversation point tonight. There's really nothing. There's no interview per se. Anybody else coming on the show tonight? But I am curious to see what y'all want the show to be. Would Wednesday nights be a better nights than Tuesday nights for everybody? Because we are kind of doing some new things. New things is changing. So I'd be kind of curious of what works best with everybody out there. Monday nights, Brian's got his show, so I don't want to do it on Monday nights. And I'm not doing Sundays because Sunday's at least my downtime day. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good contest with a great group of people and great location, a beautiful backdrop. But it's one of the contests you go out there to cook because you love the people there and you love cooking barbecue competitions. But definitely do some different stuff on there. So we got some new videos that we get ready to post. I'm hopefully going to have a video coming out tomorrow with prime rib, a little bit behind Christmas time, but it was an interesting story. So we started on the Rectech, and we cooking a prime rib up here at about 130 degrees. And was out there cooking a solo stove, and I had a bright idea to put this bad boy and to sear it on the solo stove. So I took a grate out of the drum, put it on solo stove, and seared it up. Man, that thing was flaring up, and it was amazing. Brought the thing inside and sliced it. Got a nice barking outside of it. That son of a gun was delicious. And this is Snake River Farms Wagyu prime rib we cooked like that. I'm telling you, man, that's absolutely amazing. If y'all have not tried that, you need to go and get one of them Wagyu prime ribs and cook it. And just because it is absolutely insane, the flavor in there. But That hopefully that's gonna post on Friday. That was crazy. Um, yeah, we're gonna do the destination cooking. We're gonna do some. Me and Michelle's goal every year has been to do one destination contest in a state we have not competed in before. Um, last couple of years, we've been blessed to go to the American Royal, and so that's kind of taken the place of destinations. But I don't know. I think this year we're going to probably go. We're talking about Illinois up there and going to do one of the contests up there, maybe because Michelle's family is from that part of the country, and so I think that's a really good idea to go out there and do a destination and see some new people, and that's what I loved about American Royal. Because I go out there and see people that we don't compete with very much, and great people to hang out with. And then this past year, we had a lot of people from the southeast going up there, so it was a lot of fun. But hey, anybody changing their process and recipes for the first cooks of the year, going to try some new stuff on there, or are we all kind of sticking the same thing and just see what happens? You know, Dean, one of the best ways to do that is if you've got a local fairgrounds or a VFW post or a local area, somewhere's got a decent sized parking lot or even local campground. I'll be happy to help you put one together and have a contest in your area. It takes a little bit of time to get it to grow and do things, but it would be something awesome to do is just start putting one together, especially if you got some local charities that are willing to raise money for them. It'd be awesome. Be awesome to be part of that. So if I can help you out with anything, let me know. Not to mention still away. It was rented trailer. So Steve, we're all right. Bought a go-to. Gotta try that out. Is that short drum from Gateway Drum Smokers? The little short drum. I've not seen one in person. I've heard some stories about it. Seriously, about Dean, if you got the fairgrounds right there, you go out there and work with them and get them to be part of that. And they'll be more than happy to find a weekend they're not busy. And they usually have power and everything else there. And then you start kind of getting involved with some of the local charities, local groups, and start having a contest. It's going to take a little bit of time to grow it. And if somebody can go out there and get some sponsors, you can really benefit the charities and benefit the contest getting sponsors. And it takes a little bit of work on that. But it's not, I mean, I've done a bunch of them, so it's not something impossible to do with that. So definitely something other, if you want some to do that, help out, let me know. I'll be happy to help out with that. And Bob, that was doing the Rufus Teague series, is down in Tennessee, and I'm sure he'll at least be able to give you some direction what he knows about it with the judging and everything else, because he was actually one organizing the Rufus Teague competition series within campgrounds and stuff. So there's a lot of people out there be happy to help out with that. But yeah, hey Steve, anytime, man. Be happy to help. Glad to help out any way we can. Congratulations on your daughter graduating Clemson too, Steve. I know that's an awesome thing. I missed my time at Clemson, but it was a lot of fun. I tell you what, I am glad. I'm glad I didn't have these back when I was in college. Talking to some kids this past weekend, and we're talking about that, and I was sitting going like, if they'd had them cell phones when I was in college, Lord help us all. I feel bad for these kids today, man. I really do, because every time they turn around, there's something on camera. It is crazy. And then kids are going viral by not meaning to on TikTok and stuff. But enough of that. But we're gonna be doing some YouTube videos coming out. We got some more of that. We'll start coming out here, getting back into the full swing of things here after January, after Christmas. We were doing a lot of stuff with Christmas, doing some catering jobs, some Christmas parties and stuff here. And then a new job and doing a lot of stuff, just networking things. So hopefully we're gonna start January's kind of getting back into a routine where we can make this stuff happen. Today I trimmed chicken today. There's one part about barbecue I did not miss, the trimming chicken, but I did it. See what happens with that down there. Um, but we enjoy it, have a good time with it. Um, I'm happy to go out there and see Puccio and Frank, Jason, and um, everybody else down there. I think Adam, y'all gonna be at St. Augustine too. I know Steve will be there. Um, so I mean, hopefully we'll see everybody down there and just hang out. So last year, beginning of the year, Charles, I went into it last year with the idea of every contest going to be a different recipe because I was focusing last year on tenderness. I wanted to see how what the difference was. Was it tenderness or was it a taste concept? And crazy part about it was every weekend I was doing a different recipe, and I was actually doing better early in the year than I was at the end of the year. Um, and I think we kind of started falling off a few about the middle of the year. A couple of recipes we tried really didn't work that well, and so I think it's kind of when we kind of just started getting back into a groove as far as one recipe. And there at the end of the year, some things just contest whatever we didn't work out like we planned for it to. Some did, some didn't. So I think we're gonna probably this year. I'm gonna play around with some different stuff. Um, Chicken I'll probably leave alone right now, and brisket I'll leave alone. Ribs and pork I'm gonna play with. Definitely pork. I think pork is kind of off of the. We fell off the wagon, off the rails of what we were doing at one time. So I want to go out there and do it because, like, I got 4 whole Boston butts that I'm cooking this weekend, and I haven't done a full Boston butts in several years. So normally I was doing collars, but I'm gonna go back to kind of an old school and just see if we can just do a full butts and see what happens, and see if we can kind of just if it cooks a little different. Because I know doing the pork collars, it seemed like it's such a quick cook, and I'm gonna try to see if we can do some of these full butts and see if it kind of just if a longer cook how it affects the tenderness. Because we used to do that and we was doing a lot better with that. Um, Again, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's something we're gonna play with and experiment on that. But definitely something that we're going to work with that. But we're going to tweak a few things. One day I'm turning fried chicken though. I know that. Yep. See y'all there. Richard, I don't know who's going to the class right now. I haven't seen a list of people going to the class. I know they got teaching the class. They've posted that out there, but I don't know if they released a list of who's actually going to the class. Um, and if anybody on here is going to class or heard that, let me know. Or heard of who's going to the class. I'd be curious about that also. So real quick on there, I am in the situation with my YouTube videos that if y'all watch the videos, if not, don't worry about it. But if you watch the videos, DM me on private message me and let me know if there's things on there that you feel like that could be improved on. Because I'm a firm believer in improving. So a little bit of constructive criticism would not hurt my feelings. I have been told, and I have been trying to do a better job on that when I'm on the camera like this. I'm not talking to somebody. I'm talking to a little camera up here. So I tend to talk faster than when I'm just doing it in person. And so I'm trying to do a better job on that. So that is one of the things that somebody's told me that I am trying to improve on. So that's information that I'd love to hear back. So if y'all see any videos, if you see anything like that, I'd love to hear about that because that's good information. Also, if you got somebody that you would think would be good to be on the show, send me the information because I'm always looking for new guests. I've got a couple guys on here that's working on getting on the show that's not been in barbecue for a little while, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting stories to hear them tell stories. So that's really the cool part about this is just I wish I could do the after show cameras and just get you to hear some of the stories that people say after the camera goes off and live recording. Well, that's when kind of people get comfortable, and it's amazing stories to hear people talk about it. And it really blows my mind of how much people out there just want to share little stories of things that they've done or situations they got themselves into or how they learned to do this one thing. It's like with chicken last year. I was talking with somebody and I'm like, man, I just can't get no sweetness in my chicken. And And I was like, well, it's good. I just can't even sweetness in my chicken. So he's like, put barbecue sauce in it. And I was like, what? He said, when you're doing your butter bath in there, add some barbecue sauce. Go 1-to-1, butter and barbecue sauce. I'm like, the hell did I ever think about this before? And I done it, and it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it didn't score the best in the world, but I'm sitting tasting like it just took that chicken to a whole nother level. And it's just the stupid stuff like that. But try it sometime. Cook your chicken breast at the house and then put it in a half pan and go out there and add some barbecue sauce to it with your butter or chicken breast. And it tastes it. It is insane. And I do it at home in the oven, but I haven't ever done that in chicken thighs. Yeah. Some people kind of like to be on down low as far as who's going to the class and stuff here. I know last year they were, I don't know if it was that class. Yeah, somebody doesn't want to take a picture, and I know several people said they didn't want to be in the picture, which is understandable. I think it's, I don't know, it necessarily makes sense on a lot of it, but it's what they want to do, what they want to do. So it's just some people don't want to be in camera. I don't have that problem. I'm on YouTube all the time in his live streams, but no, we're doing that. So the other kind of thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is the KCBS elections. If you haven't went and voted, vote. You go out there and vote for that. What I will say this, as somebody that ran for the board of directors, if you already voted, then it is what it is. But I know they have so many spots to fill. But if you want one person or two people to actually get elected, don't fill up the ballot with a number of people that you can vote for. So if you got two people that you really want to get on that board, and I don't know how many spots they got right now left, only vote for those two people or that one person, because the way it's voted is a cumulative scores. So if you vote for 5 people, then basically your vote goes to 5 different people for one, and it eliminates per se. So that is something other that I will say. If you haven't already voted on that, and if you vote in KCBS, go there and vote for the candidate that you want to be in there, or the two candidates, or whatever it is that you feel like you want to do there, because that way you make sure that your vote's counting for that candidate to be in that position you want them to be in. So that is something other that I wish they would make clear about that. But I don't think a lot of people really truly, and I didn't know that until I lost and was talking to some guys later on, and that's what they were telling me kind of what was going on. Because the gentleman, me and him was in conversations together and kind of being a tag team on some different issues, and come to find out that they were voting for him and me, and then he had some other people voting for him. So it's nothing against him. He's a great guy, but that's kind of what I seen there, and I was like, wow, eye-opening experience on there. I think KCBS is a great organization. I think it's got a lot of merit to it, and I think it's got a lot of potential to be amazing. And I think the people up there are truly have good hearts and want to do this. I think some things need to change. I feel like there's some things that KCBS can change that can make it even better. But there's always two sides to every story. I don't see what's going on the books. I don't see other parts of the conversation that basically handcuffing what they can and can't do, or who on the board is for this and not for that. So there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. We don't hear but one side of it. We can read the minutes, but when they go into the closed session, we don't know what's there. So I will say that there's some potential out there. I think KCBS has got a great opportunity to do some amazing things, and I wish that they can get into the 21st century, can do these things and go forward. I put a post out on Facebook here, voicing kind of my support and a little bit of frustration with them earlier late last year. And I was had some conversation with different people about that, and that's the way I felt. That's the way I still feel. But I am the person that would be happy to help them any way I can, do anything they want to. And so what I was saying is, I appreciate what they're doing, and I want them to continue to do good things. And I hope the new board goes into it is going to be able to be supportive of that, and we can make some corrections, make some changes. Just like this barbecue roundtable, I think the focus of we need to work on as members, not KCBS itself, but as members and as people competing and everything else. We need to do what we can do to start helping organizers have contests, helping new people get into competing contests, and so we can have this thing continue to grow. And at the same time as that, go talk to the judges and tell them thank you. Every judge you see walking by, tell them thank you. Tell them I appreciate y'all doing it. Grab a conversation with them. Let them know that they are appreciated, because some of these people see everything on social media and it wears on you. And it gets, and I've, with the YouTube side of it and the different thing of it, I've learned, and I've got a thick skin, but I've learned some people out there can be pretty mean for no reason other than they just want to be mean. So when you see a judge out there, tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate what they're doing, because without them, we wouldn't have competition barbecue. It would be just people's choice all the time, which is, it's not a bad thing, but it's like we don't know how to plan for that. I say this all the time. I don't have no problem with people's choice. The problem is I can't go in there with a game plan that I feel confident will be successful with people's choice. Or if I do, it's just going to be grab a rib, suck it, meat's gone. Hey, a perfect rib. And I don't want to do that, because that's not, in my mind, what a perfect rib should be. So, again, tell them thank you. Tell the KCBS, talk with the board, let them know you're willing to help. Go get on some subcommittees. I know they're always looking for people to be on different subcommittees to be part of that, and do that. Also, we got SBC out there. We'd love to have people involved with just come out there and helping go out there and helping talk to the contest, helping let the contest know what this is about, letting other teams know they want to be a member of this, to sign up, be a member, what the benefit can be, helping us go out there and find new sponsors and give it to the charities and increase the team of year prize money. So basically, what the whole story of this is, if you want competition barbecue, if you want barbecue to grow, I'm talking about from the competition side of it, then please come out there and help out. And it's going to be as easy as just picking a phone call and inviting teams to a contest. A contest is struggling to get teams, call them up. Call some teams up and say, hey, you going? We do it all the time, but that's something else you can go out there and be part of that. Like Dean's talking about. He wants to have a contest in his backyard in Ohio. Reach out to Dean and be like, hey, what can we do to help out? If you live 45 minutes, an hour from there, help him out. I know he'll be happy to be part of that. Definitely something we want to keep doing with that. So that's kind of where we at with that. The SBC, it is coming in. It's going to be an amazing year with that. We got a lot of stuff going on with that. If you're not a member, sign up to be a member. And if you know of businesses in the areas that can benefit from being involved with the organization that's growing in the Southeast area, reach out and let us know. I mean, we send some information to different sponsors, but we're always looking for more information. I know we're working on the site. Everything got transferred over. And so hopefully the SBC site will be up here next week. But by it getting moved over from the old site to the new site, they've had to get the authentications, Justin's telling me. So we'll get that taken care of pretty quick. So I appreciate your patience on that. And don't worry about points on that. They will be able to sign up after the fact and still get the points this contest counted. So it's not going to be a problem with that. But about 35 minutes into it, kind of just conversation I wanted to have. I appreciate all y'all being part of this, all y'all watching the shows, the message on here, and reminding me that y'all want me to keep having the show. I appreciate that. We're going to have a show next week. I have right now my schedule for Tuesday. Hopefully we'll have the winners from this weekend here at St. Augustine at the Jimmy Jam's Barbecue Slam. We'll probably try to get them on the show for next Tuesday night. That's the plan right now. And then hopefully we can do some other stuff going forward for next year. But if anybody's got any type of questions, anything, direct message me, call me up. My phone number is pretty much everywhere. Text message me, and I'll answer as quick as I can, help out. But yeah, here's the deal with this. So to get the public involved, and so everybody comes out there and they want to have public involvement with that. But the caveat to the public involvement is to get public at the contest. You got to figure out what can you do to inform them that they can come to the contest. We can do people's choice and do all this other stuff here, but if you don't advertise that it's a public involvement event, then it's hard to be a public involvement at the contest. Now, you can advertise in two ways. You can do paid advertising or you can do word of mouth. And if you're doing word of mouth and you're associated with churches, Boy Scouts, organizations that can help spread the word, Rotary clubs, social aspects, you can do that. The third way you can do it is on Facebook and social media. But again, all the stuff that if it's not paid, it's not got the grassroots spread that it would have if it was paid advertising. So there's a budget there. And so that's something other when you start looking at it from the standpoint of doing the public involvement. It's great to be part of it. It's great to have it out there. And I think it's a really good key portion of the whole aspect that allow it to grow. But at the same time is you got to figure out what do we need to do right here to get them, how are we going to get them here? And again, if you're going to have advertising, you got a budget for that. And so when you start budgeting for that, you figure, okay, how am I going to get that money to come in? So, and that's the catchy 22 to barbecue is you basically got to spend money to make money, or you got to go out and get sponsors that you're going to spend time to get sponsors to give money to do this, or you're going to spend money to get notoriety from different people come in there. Now there's free aspects to local medias, local TV channels, but again, you've got to go to them, ask for that time for them to come on air and promote your contest. We used to do that when we were doing the Myrtle Beach contest, get on local channels and promote that from a people's choice perspective. And it's awesome, but you got to put together a team. One person can't do it by themselves. You got to have a team. You got to have a team that's dedicated to make it happen. And that is the part that's very, very challenging to do that. So I do think it needs to be public involvement in it. But at the same time, I think we need to figure out how can we help the organizers have successful contests. And unless we live there locally or we know somebody locally that you can help promote it, there's other parts that we can help also to help them get the contest. And that's something other that to keep in mind with that. But it's a great process to be part of. And if you've never been involved with organizing contests, go volunteer, because it is truly eye-opening just to see all the pieces of the puzzles and how it goes together, be involved with in the judging tent and seeing how all of that's going, and the before and the afters, and do it. I mean, even one of the things we just do is make sure we pick up trash. I mean, that would be a major godsend to organizers if somebody just went by there instead of putting it out the site, put in the truck, and go throw it in the trash can. I mean, them guys is not getting paid and they doing a lot of work. And don't overfill a trash bag. They ain't that expensive. Do half full. Just do half full, man. I remember never mind. I busted up. I picked up one bag down there at the contest and it was so full and it busted and I had to spend 20 minutes picking up trash. So be courteous. That's all you got to do. Yeah, I'm going off script and everything, but I appreciate all y'all watching the show. Reach out to me. Let me know if y'all want to see some different. Got somebody wants to be on the show, some sponsorship SBC. Let me know with that. Again, Snake River Farms. Check them out. Got 10% off and coupon right here. Try that Wagyu prime rib. It's absolutely delicious. With all that being said, good night. Appreciate it. See y'all next time.